The Unexpected Promotion. Chapter 1. A Surprising Announcement. Alex arrived at the office as usual, ready to tackle the day's tasks. The morning began with the weekly department meeting, where the team discussed progress and upcoming goals. However, today's meeting had a different tone. Mr. Miller, the department head, stood up and cleared his throat. "I have an important announcement to make," he said, looking directly at Alex. After careful consideration, the executive team has decided to promote Alex to the position of sales manager. The room went silent for a moment before breaking into applause. Alex, caught off guard, felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. The words commendation and designation echoed in his mind as he processed the unexpected news. "Thank you, Mr. Miller," Alex managed to say, rising from his seat. "I'm honored and will do my best to meet the team's expectations." As the meeting continued, Alex's thoughts drifted to the responsibilities that came with the new role. Managing a team, hitting ambitious targets, and balancing multiple projects felt both thrilling and overwhelming. After the meeting, Alex received congratulations from colleagues, but some reactions were less enthusiastic. Eric, a longtime peer, gave a polite smile but avoided eye contact. This subtle tension hinted at the challenges ahead. By the end of the day, Alex had settled into the idea of his promotion. Though uncertain about the road ahead, he resolved to approach it with determination and an open mind. Chapter 2. First Day, First Challenges. The first day as sales manager began with a flurry of activity. Alex entered the new office space, a modest corner desk with a view of the city. It felt like a small but significant upgrade. After a brief orientation with human resources, Alex called a team meeting to introduce himself in his new capacity. He expressed gratitude for the opportunity and emphasized his commitment to teamwork and collaboration. The team's mood seemed mixed. Some members, like Sarah, appeared genuinely supportive. Others, like Eric, remained aloof. Despite this, Alex pressed on, confident that actions would speak louder than words. Soon, Alex's first challenge emerged. A major client project, which had been delayed, required immediate attention. Deadlines loomed, and the team needed clear delegation of tasks. Alex reviewed the situation, prioritized action items, and reassigned roles based on each member's strengths. "Let's focus on efficiency," Alex said during the meeting. "If we work together and stay organized, we can meet the deadline." Despite initial hesitation, the team began to align. Alex discovered that prioritization and time management were more complicated in practice than in theory. Balancing multiple opinions while maintaining authority proved to be a delicate act. By the end of the day, the project was back on track. Alex felt a sense of accomplishment, but knew this was just the beginning. Leadership, he realized, wasn't about knowing everything. It was about guiding the team with confidence and adaptability. Chapter 3. Balancing Leadership and Friendship. As Alex settled into his role as sales manager, he began noticing subtle shifts in his relationships with colleagues. The most noticeable change was with Eric. Once a close friend and collaborator, Eric now seemed distant. During a coffee break, Alex approached Eric. "Hey, I've noticed things feel a little different between us. Is everything okay?" Eric hesitated, then sighed. "Honestly, Alex, it's tough. We were equals last week, and now you're my manager. It feels strange." Alex nodded, understanding the diplomatic tightrope he had to walk. "I get it, but I want you to know I value our friendship. I also respect your contributions to the team." Eric smiled faintly, but Alex could tell the tension wasn't fully resolved. Balancing personal and professional dynamics proved to be a new challenge. Later that week, Alex had the opportunity to recognize Eric's work during a team meeting. Eric's input on the client proposal was excellent. "It really strengthened our pitch," Alex said. This public acknowledgement seemed to ease some of the unease, but Alex knew this was just the beginning of building rapport with his team. By the end of the week, Alex reflected on his progress. Leadership required more than delegation and decision-making. It demanded emotional intelligence. Maintaining both professional credibility and personal connections was a balancing act Alex resolved to master. Chapter 4. A Crisis in the Making. Just as Alex started to find his footing, an unexpected challenge arose. A major client, Technova, expressed concerns about delays in their project. The account was one of the company's largest. and losing it would have serious repercussions. Alex convened an emergency meeting with the team. "We need to implement a contingency plan to address this immediately," he said. The room buzzed with suggestions, but no clear solution emerged. Alex realized it was his responsibility to mediate the discussion and guide the team toward action. "Let's focus on what we can control," Alex said. "Sarah, reach out to Technova to provide an update. Eric, work with IT to resolve the software issue. Everyone else, review your tasks and prioritize anything affecting the timeline." The team sprang into action, but the atmosphere remained tense. Alex decided to meet directly with the client to rebuild trust. Armed with data and a clear plan, he presented a revised timeline and offered additional mitigation strategies, such as faster turnaround on future phases. To his relief, Technova agreed to continue the partnership, albeit cautiously. The experience taught Alex that stakeholder management and problem-solving were critical skills for a leader. He also realized the importance of staying calm under pressure. That evening, Alex left the office exhausted but proud. The crisis had been averted, and while the road ahead remained uncertain, he felt better prepared for the challenges to come. Chapter 5. The Big Presentation. The day of the Technova presentation arrived, and Alex felt a mix of nerves and determination. The boardroom was set up with a sleek projector, a neatly arranged table, and rows of chairs. Representatives from Technova, including their CEO, filed into the room, their expressions serious but attentive. Alex stood at the front, taking a deep breath before beginning. "Good morning, everyone. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to present our revised strategy for the project." He proceeded with his slides, detailing the updated timeline, improved processes, and contingency plans for unforeseen challenges. Alex made sure to emphasize how the adjustments would benefit Technova, using persuasive language and clear articulation. At one point, a Technova executive asked a tough question about resource allocation. Alex responded confidently, relying on data he had prepared in advance. "We've allocated additional team members to key phases of the project to ensure we meet your expectations. This will optimize efficiency and reduce risks." The presentation concluded with a round of applause, followed by a Q&A session. Alex's responses were calm and composed, which seemed to impress the clients. Afterward, Mr. Miller approached Alex with a grin. "You handled that exceptionally well. The clients were impressed by your persuasion and poise." Relieved, Alex thanked him. He realized that preparation and self-confidence were just as important as the content of the presentation. It was a milestone moment in his leadership journey. Chapter 6. Team Dynamics. Despite the success of the presentation, challenges arose within the team. During a routine meeting, a heated argument broke out between Sarah and Eric over resource allocation. "Why are my projects always deprioritized?" Sarah demanded, glaring at Eric. Eric shot back, "Because your timelines are unrealistic." Alex stepped in immediately, raising his hand. "Let's take a step back," he said, his tone firm but calm. "We're a team, and disagreements are natural, but let's focus on constructive dialogue." He suggested a follow-up meeting with just the three of them to address the issue. During the discussion, Alex listened carefully to both perspectives and identified common ground. "It seems we all want the same outcome: successful project delivery. Let's outline a plan where resources are distributed fairly and timelines are feasible." By the end of the conversation, tensions had eased, and Sarah and Eric agreed to collaborate more effectively. Alex learned that mediation and conflict resolution were essential leadership skills. Encouraging open communication and finding compromises not only resolved conflicts, but also strengthened team unity. Later that day, Alex held a brief team huddle. "I want to thank everyone for their hard work. Remember, our strength lies in working together and supporting each other." The team seemed more cohesive after the talk, and Alex felt a sense of accomplishment. Building a strong team dynamic, he realized, was a continuous effort, but one well worth investing in. Chapter 7. Personal Sacrifices. As Alex's responsibilities grew, his personal life began to take a back seat. Late nights at the office and weekend brainstorming sessions left him with little time for family and friends. One evening, his sister called to remind him about their planned dinner. "I'm sorry," Alex said with a sigh. "I completely forgot. I'm swamped with work." Her disappointment was palpable. You've been canceling a lot lately, Alex. Work is important, but so is your personal life. That conversation stuck with him. Alex realized he was teetering on the edge of burnout, a term he had only read about in management books until now. His fatigue was affecting not only his relationships, but also his focus at work. The next day during lunch with Sarah, he shared his concerns. "How do you balance work and life?" he asked. Sarah nodded sympathetically. "It's tough, but I schedule non-negotiable personal time, whether it's dinner with family or a workout. It helps me recharge and stay productive." Taking her advice, Alex began setting boundaries. He turned off work notifications after 8 p.m. and reintroduced activities he enjoyed, like running and reading. Gradually, he noticed an improvement in his mood and energy levels. By the end of the week, Alex felt more centered. Balancing professional commitments with personal well-being wasn't easy, but it was essential for long-term success. Chapter 8. A Leader's Legacy. Months later, Alex stood before his team at the year-end meeting, reflecting on their achievements. Under his leadership, the team had secured major clients, streamlined processes, and surpassed sales goals. "None of this would have been possible without your hard work and dedication," Alex said. "Thank you for trusting me to lead." The room erupted in applause. Mr. Miller, who had been observing from the back, stepped forward. "Alex, you've exceeded our expectations. Your ability to handle crises, foster teamwork, and maintain strong client relationships is commendable." As Alex accepted the accolades, he felt a deep sense of pride, not in his title, but in the team he had built and the challenges they had overcome together. Later that evening, as he packed up his office, Alex reflected on the journey. He had grown from an uncertain employee to a confident leader, learning the value of resilience, adaptability, and authenticity along the way. Before leaving, he placed a handwritten note on his desk for his successor. "Leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about learning, growing, and helping others do the same. Good luck." Walking out into the crisp night air, Alex felt ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. His promotion had been unexpected, but the lessons he had learned were invaluable. The journey of leadership, he realized, was just beginning.